Hello Collective, this is Tan from Artemis Oracle doing your What's the News reading for the weekend. I'm filming this on August. No, July is over, thank God. August 2nd, so Saturday, August 2nd. So let's see what's the news for this weekend. What's the current weekend energy for the collective, spirit, angels, guides. What does the collective need to know about the weekend? What is the current weekend energy? Hopefully we get something. You know what? Let's see what comes out. I don't want to put anything out there. But what truth does the collective need to know for this weekend? What's the news? What's the news? What's the news? Okay, card. Okay, we got spilling the beans and reading up. Speeding. Maybe some of you are speeding, driving, or I'm just mixed up reading with spilling and I may speeding. A real word. Revealing secrets, cats out of the bag, untrustworthy. Doing the research, learning more, gaining insight. Let's see. What else? What information is coming out? It sounds like somebody's doing some research about something or someone, and someone's getting insight about a specific situation or a specific person. What is this about? The card flipped. Ghost. No closure, cowardice, disappearing act. Okay, so some of you may have been or have been ghosted or have ghosted somebody. Take it as it resonates. So someone is looking someone up. They're getting information and they're trying to get some type of insight, understanding about a situation, possibly about why someone ghosted, why someone isn't keeping in contact, why someone has this radio silence, basically. So this person, maybe some of you are looking for closure, and since you don't expect to receive it from this person, I think that some of you are going to be going out of your way to find something out yourself. And I think that you're doing this because you want the closure. And if someone's not going to give you the answers you need, then you're going to go seek them out yourself, with the spilling the beans. So maybe you're going to be finding out a secret. Maybe you're going to be finding out something about this person that you didn't know before, something that's going to be coming to light because of the research that you're doing. Doing the research, learning more, gaining insight. Some of you may be, or someone, it could be you or the person, maybe keeping track or looking into someone's social media, maybe, doing some internet searches, possibly seeing what they can find about a specific person, about a person that possibly has been ghosted or has ghosted someone. I think in this scenario too, some of you may have been replaying certain memories that you've had with this person or shared with this person. You're missing someone, regression, revisiting the past. So this could be somebody that you haven't been in contact with for a good period of time, a good amount of time, for you to be really reflecting on the memories. And maybe some of you haven't heard from this person. Maybe it's not necessarily that they ghosted you, but it could be that you just lost contact and you just wanting to know how this person is doing, if they're okay, if they're safe, because you haven't heard anything about them, you haven't heard anything from them in any way. But that it's dependent on your specific situation, So maybe some of you, it's interesting that I'm seeing the regression card because I myself have been wondering if I've been regressing because of some body pains that I'm starting to get again, So maybe some of you are experiencing some emotional, revisiting certain emotions that you may be experiencing some old emotions, basically. And it makes sense because we are currently in a Mercury retrograde. And from what I understand and what I've heard is that Mercury retrograde not only brings back people from the past, but it can also bring up old pain, past traumas, experiences that may be needing to be closed out so that you can move into a more positive and more just move into the future, you know, and not have any baggage with you as you're stepping into a new cycle in your life, right? So that could possibly be it too. Maybe that's what may be causing you to want to look somebody up, or maybe a person, maybe causing a person to be looking you up, you know, because there may be a need or desire to gain, to understand or see things from a different perspective. And sometimes, you know, with the Mercury retrograde, and if you are revisiting old experiences, past pains, traumas, that may be the reason why you're wanting to get some closure. You know, maybe that's why you feel inclined to find out what's going on with a specific person, and doing research and stuff, because, you know, it could be somebody that ghosted you, or it could be your ghosts. It could be like the skeletons in your closet that are coming back to life, you know. It doesn't necessarily have to even be another person. So that could be what's coming up this weekend. But it's so funny that I saw the regression, because that's something that I was thinking about yesterday with myself. And to see it there, I think that's just the current energy. Maybe with this Mercury retrograde, some of us may be regressing, maybe experiencing things that we've experienced in the past. But I think it's in order for us to replay or play out the way it's meant to, you know. And I think with that experience and this, it's just a learning experience. It's a lesson. It's just to help us move forward into a new cycle, so that if we go into, like for me, I'm gonna use myself as an example. I don't have a boyfriend. I'm single, right? But I have been talking to someone, and I've been noticing certain things that remind me of the past. But it's like I'm getting an opportunity to change the way I behave in the similar situation, though it's with a different person. So that could be something that you're experiencing yourself. You know, you may be dealing with someone new, and that, but it's uncovering certain wounds that you haven't really processed, that you really need to close out, so that you can heal and move forward. So that if you do get into a relationship, you know, you can have already worked out those things, so that when you go into, when you meet somebody and you see red flags, you already know, oh, I gotta cut this person out. Or you see that you're gonna, like, certain things that may trigger you, then you already know how to manage those triggers, rather than allowing them to cause you to react in a certain way or to behave in a certain way. You know how to take a step back and look at things from a different perspective, and even how to have a conversation or discussion about whatever it is that triggered you. You know, I think this is a part of our personal evolution. You know, I think the Mercury retrogrades not only allow us to have closure, but also allow us to have healing, to experience healing, and to do things right, things that we probably didn't do right in the past, but it allows us an opportunity to, like, retake that test and pass, you know. So I'm going to leave the reading there. That's the weekend energy for now. So I hope it was helpful in some way. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Artemis Oracle. And I'm wishing you a great day ahead, great weekend ahead. Bye.